Hello, today I'm going to teach you how to create an FBA shipment. So, para sa mga aspiring VA or sa mga VA na, Amazon VA na hindi marunong mag-create ng shipment, you can use this video to guide you to create the FBA shipment. So, FBA shipment, iba-iba kasi yun eh. Kapag FBA shipment from US to US, so, iba yung process. Same process pero may pagkakaiba. So today what I'm going to do is I shipment from China. So medyo different siya from shipment from US to US. So this is China to US. So this is our seller central, and I already prepare the list of the products that I'm going to shift from Chinese manufacturer. So I have this list. Ginagamit ko to every time na nagpa-plan ako how many ba yung mga kailangan kong i-ship based on our sales for the past uh, at least 3 months. So, kailangan i-plan kung ilan yung isi-send natin kasi hindi tayo pwedeng mag-send ng sobrang dami dahil masyado tayong talo sa storage fee kasi pag sobrang dami at hindi naman siya mabenta agad. So, every month, nag-charge si Amazon ng storage fee. Sometimes, depende sa product, depende sa size and weight ng product. Merong product na like, mura lang, mga 0.7, mga 0.1. And then, like this product, normally, uh, ang weight niya is, this one is a small, is around like 8. Then the medium is 10 pounds, 8 pounds, 10 pounds, and the XL is 12 pounds. So, depende sa ganito. Okay, maybe I can show you the storage. You can see the storage fee. Okay, let's try one. Let's try the small. Okay. So, this is the small one, which is 8 pounds. So, punta lang tayo. Gamitin natin yung account niya. So, punta lang tayo. Why? Ang bagal ng aking internet. Punta tayo ng Helium Chrome extension and then click the profitability calculator. Then wait natin. Where are you? Ang bagal mo. What happened? Ayun. Wait lang natin. So, there you go. Storage fee. Storage fee is 0.31 cent. So, kapag peak season, which is October, November, December, nagiging 0.86 siya. So, for now, January to September, it's 0.31. So, yun. Kailangan natin i-consider ang storage fee sa pagsasend ng product kay Amazon. Kailangan talaga is nakaplan kung ilan lang yung quantity. So, this one I'm going to send to US, Canada, Australia, and also I'm going to send some to Walmart. So, let's start with Amazon US. So, the first thing, I think hindi ko magagawa ang US now kasi isa sa product natin dito is naka-close yung listing kasi wala na siyang stocks. So, normally kami kino-close namin ng listings kapag wala ng stocks, wala nang available or kukonti na lang yung available kasi kumakain siya ng spend sa PPC. So, kailangan siyang i-close. And at the same time, kapag out of stock na siya at hindi mo siya kinlose, nawawala yung ranking. Unlike kapag ikinlose mo agad siya right after mo out of stock niya. So, pag nagkaroon ulit siya ng stock, babalik agad yung kanyang sales rank dito sa let's say dito sa 36 na to, kapag hindi mo kasi siya kinlose, tumataas ng tumataas yung ranking, umabot siya 100, 200, so tumataas siya. So the best things to do also is to close the listing right after it is out of stock. So now, kailangan muna natin siyang i-open, and to open it, let's reactivate. Kasi hindi tayo makakapag-send ng product or kapag naka-close ang listings. Okay, maybe I can show you also. I can show you this one. Okay. This will be the issue. Okay. Check natin to. Ito yung gusto nating i-send. Send replenishment inventory. Okay. So, let's just try. I will show you the issue kapag naka-close ang listing. Okay. So, this one. So, this is it. You can see an error. Save. See, this product cannot be added to the shipment because the ASIN has a stranded inventory, meaning that there is no active offer for this listing. So to fix the stranded inventory, so that the product can be shipped again, visit the fix stranded inventory. So kailangan talaga natin siyang i-open before tayo makapag-send ng product. And yun nga, para ma-open yun, so need lang nating click yung reactivate, and then this one. So save lang natin siya. Tapos, after few minutes, nagiging okay na siya. Mag-open na siya, and then pwede na natin simulan ang FBA shipment. So now, since hindi natin masasend pa sa US, then let's go to Canada. Let's go to Canada. Okay, so Canada muna tayo magsisend ng product. So, this one, Canada. So, okay. First things we need to do is copy the ASIN. Punta tayo sa Manage Inventory. And then, search natin. Okay, search. So, yan. Check lang natin. Move to the next. Search ulit. Okay. Check lang natin ulit. Next. Since wala siya dito, Canada, okay, no need this one. So, this one. We need this one. Then, check again. Then, this one. Then, check again. Then, so far, wala na tayong ibang isi-send. We're only going to send 670 pieces. So, now, okay. So, since na-check na natin lahat yon, then we can select send or replenish inventory. Okay. So, now we're here. What's your problem? You are already at the maximum inventory. OMG. So, overstock na daw tayo. You are already at the maximum inventory allowed for this product due to the capacity of other restriction or other restriction. This product must be removed from the shipment. So, eto, if you have resolved all errors, you can save. So, ibig sabihin, overstock na tayo sa product na to. Hindi na tayo makakapag-send ng product. So, kailangan nating alisin. How much do I need to send? Medium. OMG, kailangan ko mag-send ng 120 and I don't have a storage. How? I only have 91 pieces. And I don't have anything coming. OMG. So, yun. So, wala tayong choice kundi alisin or hindi na natin to isasama. So, ang masasend lang natin is itong 1, 2, 3, tatlo. So, this one is i-read natin kasi hindi siya masisend. Wow. Okay, so let's proceed. Ito, yung packing details. So, sineset natin to kapag or bago tayo mag-send. So, makikita natin, packing template name, case pack, yung iba ay single SKU palette. So, we're using case pack which means isang cartoon siya. So, sa isang cartoon, may 6 na items. So, ito yung total dimension ng isang item. So, dito ika-calculate ni Amazon yung weight ng isang palette or ng isang master cartoon. So, okay, let's save it. So, we have here for US, we have here for Canada. For Canada, ang gamit kasi dito is centimeter, for US, ang gamit is inches, kaya magkaiba siya. So, Canada, we're going to ship how many? For this one, we're going to ship 180. So, 180, i-divide natin siya sa 6 para malaman natin kung ilan ang kanyang um, master cartoon. So, we have 30 master cartoon. So, lagay natin 30. So, 30 boxes. And ang units niya is 80. 180. Sorry. 180. So, this one. Tama siya. And then, next is 304. So, this one is 4 per box. So, 304 divide 4 is 76. So, we need 76 cartoon or master cartoon to get 304 units. Then, next is Acacia small. So, 66. So, yung small is 6 pieces. So, we have 11 master cartoon. So, we just put 11. Ay, sorry daw. 11. So, to get 66. Okay. So, now we have a total of 550 units. 550 units. Let's check. 550. Yes, correct. Is this one. So, now we can proceed. Confirm and continue. Okay. So, wait lang natin. Validating SKUs. So, this one, confirm shipping. Ship date. So, tatanong mo sa supplier kung kailan nila isi-ship yung product. Pero, pwede rin naman nating bigyan ng at least 1 week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, siguro mga hanggang up to 20. And then, shipping mode is small parcel or pwedeng yung less than and full truckload or LTL. Pagka pa mga paleta na ang siniship is mostly like an LTL, and then mas nakakatipid kasi per pallet. I just don't know why my client is using small parcel. So now, okay, this one is there are times it's open. We can use Amazon partner carrier, but normally my client use a non-Amazon partner carrier because may sarili siyang carrier na ginagamit sa China. So, select carrier. So, others. Kasi wala naman dito. Hindi tayo gumagamit ng FedEx Ground, UPS. It's depending sa client kung ano yung ginagamit niya. So, we were going to choose other. And then, how will they be transported? So, it's ocean. So, yung iba air, yung iba ground, but this one is ocean. So, kapag ang FBA shipment is US to US, wala na to. Hindi to lumalabas. But this one is China to US, kaya kailangan yung ganito information. Then, right after this one, we need to put a delivery window. So, delivery window is normally 45 days. So, today is May 14. Then, this one is 14 is 1 month, or let's say until June 30 para safe. So, we'll choose June 30. And then, dapat dito is wala siyang fees kasi shoulder na siya ni supplier, or hindi na siya hindi na, wala nang charge si Amazon dito. Yung iba kasi kapag pinili is Amazon carrier, so nagkakaroon dito ng mga charges. So dapat this one is zero kasi supplier's carrier naman yung ginagamit. Ay no, seller's carrier yung ginagamit. So let's accept charges and confirm the shipping. So once we confirm, let's wait. Confirming shipments. So this one is 2 shipment. Shipment 1 will go to Ontario, Canada. Same Ontario, Ajax. And the other one is in Brampton, Ontario, Canada. So now, na-create na natin, na-confirm na natin yung shipment. Now we're going to do the print box label. So ito na yung box label na ikinakabit ng mga manufacturer sa boxes ng product. So depende rin sa manufacturer kung ano yung ginagamit nila. Pwedeng US letter, pwedeng plain paper, pwedeng thermal printing. So dapat before tayo gumawa ng shipment is alam natin yung mga ganung details para hindi na natin itatanong sa kanila ng paulit-ulit. So since yung aming supplier or manufacturer is gumagamit ng plain paper, so I will use plain paper and then print. And then print. So now it's finished. We can just proceed to enter the tracking details. So normally hindi ko na siya kiniklik kasi automatic na siya na created na dito, and pwede rin naman natin i-click, but I don't know bakit hindi ko siya kiniklik. So yun, na-print na natin ngayon yung labels. We'll see. So this one, label 1 and label 2, shipment 1 and shipment 2. So nandito na yung shipment, so save lang natin. And then we will also do that. I think I did that too. This one, Australia I already did yesterday. So this one, so ganun din, medyo madami-dami siya. And then na-print ko na rin yung label niya, na-confirm ko na din siya. Okay, iisa lang naman yung shipment to Australia. And then I will just print. Why there is no plain paper? Ito, one label per A4 paper, then print. So once na print natin to or na-download na natin, so pwede na ito yung isi-send natin sa ating Chinese manufacturer. So since hindi ko pa magagawa ang US, kailangan kong hintayin yung US, and then kapag nagawa ko ng US, then isi-send ko na siya sa manufacturer. So like this one, I'll show you. Remove that. So this one. Okay, so this was my last shipment, April 16, so almost 1 month. So I send her, okay, here are the correct labels because I made a mistake. So here are the correct labels and the FNSQ or barcode labels. Barcode labels, ito naman kasi one time lang sinisend, pero ako sinisend ko siya every shipment to make sure na tama yung mga nasend ko sa kanila. Kasi medyo nagkaroon kami ng issue before na meron kaming dalawang, okay, let's show it. This one, so this one, if you can see the ASIN 613 and the SQ, and another one here, this one. So same ASIN siya pero magkaiba siya ng barcode. So kaya every time na nagsasend ako sa kanila ng FBA shipment, sinisend ko rin yung barcode niya to make sure na walang mistake. Kasi pag nagkamali is nare-resolve naman, pero mahirap na yung may issue. Mahirap na yung kailangan pang i-resolve. So to make sure na everything are correct bago i-ship ang product para maiwasan na yung hassle sa pagre-resolve ng mga issue, pagkikreate ng case, pakipag-communicate sa seller support kasi nakaka-annoyed communicate sa kanila. Lalo na pag natapatan mo is sobrang tamad na seller support. So, that's it for FBA shipment. So, once na na-send na natin yung label sa kanila, we don't need to do anything but to just wait and monitor the shipment. So, I'll show you the shipment. So, okay. So, makikita natin dito yung mga shipment. Others are in transit. So, na-ship na yung iba is ship na. Yung iba is this one is okay. And then yung iba is already closed. Some of them are receiving. So, most of them are closed in transit. Closed. So, yan. So, dito na lang natin i-monitor. And the moment na may tracking number na is normally carrier na yung nagpa-provide ng tracking number and sila na rin yung naglalagay dito. Pero kapag tayo yung naka-assign na maglagay, so kiklik lang natin siya. And then, carrier updates. And then, hihingi natin yung mga tracking number sa kanila and isa-isa natin siyang ilalagay dito. Kapag tayo yung naka-assign na maglagay. So, that's it for FBA shipment from China to US. And see you on my next video.